and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing the world's most delayed Q&A because on November 21st you guys requested that I do a Q&A and it is January 8th I believe. It's okay, better late than never, but here I am. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I know I said that. Did I ever say that in another video? I put up 2 since I kind of like took a break, not necessarily, well, not, what am I trying to say? It wasn't an intentional break. Everybody talks about how stressful college applications are and everybody gets sick of hearing about it. Nobody believes it, but oh my goodness. There is nothing like deciding you're going to be applying to an Ivy League school 3 days before you have to turn in that application for said Ivy League school and you have written zero of your essays. Oh my gosh. That happened more than once. Well, not necessarily with Ivy Leagues. That happened with one Ivy League. Either way. Probably won't get in anyways, but we're gonna see what happens either way. And then I am taking I took 5 AP classes this year, which it's not that the fact that they're AP classes, it's the fact that it's my senior year and I still have to send my grades. Like, my school requires that all of our grades are sent to every single college we apply, whether or not we end up going there at the middle of the year, just, you know, to hold the students to a higher standard or whatever. Either way, so it was the fact that I had my senior year, all of these like extra harder classes, kind of, and it's like, oh, also my school, sorry to rant, either way, listen to this kind of boggles my mind. Most schools, like, putting an A in your transcript for a 4.0 towards your GPA is from a 90 or up. My school, you have to have a 93 or higher to have a 4.0 towards your GPA. If you have a 90 to a 93, you get a 3.66 towards your GPA. So you can't have all 92s and have a 4.0. If you have all 92s, you have a 3.66. So basically, you have to like work really freaking hard to get A's. Luckily, your girl only got 1 A- in AP Spanish because that killed me. But that's okay, it's beside the point. Either way, I'm here. That's what matters. Let's get started! Okay. First question says, how long have you had Penelope? I have had Penelope 2.5 years. I got her on October. No. I bought her on July 30th of 2016. How did you convince your parents to get a horse? Mine say it's too much work. Let's see here. I took lessons for 1.5 years. Then I leased for 5 years, and then I got Penelope. So mine was just persistence. I didn't necessarily have to convince my parents to get me a horse because I kind of proved to them without, like, verbalizing why I deserved a horse. It was, hey, this isn't some little hobby of mine that I'm just gonna pick up for a weekend job, you know, by next Saturday or something. It was, I'm dedicated enough to stick through lessons, and 5.5 years or 5 years of leasing random horses just because I wanted to ride. So I say persistence is key, and just showing them how much it means to you. It's not always the things you say, it's how, you know, hey mom, can I go to the barn today just to see my horses? Oh, they care enough that it's not just about the riding, it's about the relationship and the bonding. And it might just be about the riding for you, and that's totally okay, but that's just kind of what I did. And it's also, you know, scooping poop just because you feel like you should. It's, you know, proving to them that you can advocate and that you're responsible enough to fill their supplements when they need to be, or just hand walk them, just whatever it may be. Do I have any cold weather tips for staying motivated for winter riding? I've said this like a billion times. I live in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. The high in where I live has not been above 32 degrees in 4 weeks. So cold. Either way, my point is, my biggest motivation for riding is just convincing myself of my horse's well-being. I know that Penelope needs it more than anything, just to get out and just to go walk. Even if the footing's bad, I'll go walk her down the road to the barn for a mile or 2 or whatever. Or just get on her bareback, just something to get her out. It's so good for their brains just to, you know, have a change of scenery. And that, to me, is kind of what convinces me more than anything. Even if I'm like, it's freezing out and I'm cold and or whatever it might be, or the footing sucks, it's just, you know, thinking about, you know, your horse deserves to be taken care of. What was the least favorite horse I've ever ridden? I was paid to ride this old quarter horse named Smoke a couple years ago. Oh my gosh. I obviously really like the feisty, forward, go, movie, you know, and I'm happy to ride any horse. I'm not complaining at all. It was a really good experience, but it just kind of helped solidify what I wanted. He was just kind of like big, pudgy, slow, you know, and there are some people that love that, but not me. Going off of that, favorite horses I've ever ridden, definitely Penelope, just because she's like a firecracker. It has so much, she's so willing to please. I love that. Timberline, the picture, I'll take, no, this one's cool. This was me 4.5 years ago. This is Timberline. He was awesome. Sorry. So when my old pony Charlie fractured her skull, this lady who owns him was like, yo, if you want to ride him, you can. He hasn't been off property in 3 years, hasn't run an event in 4 years, but go ahead and go take him tomorrow. Or it was 3 days from now, because Charlie fractured her skull 3 days before the event. He was a stud though. I ended up doing my first beginner novice on him. He took me up to the 2-9 children's jumpers. What else did we do? He was just so cool. He was like the first time I ever jumped over 3.6. He was awesome. I also was like fearless at the time, and having this like stud of a horse totally helped. And then Charlie, of course, you guys know Charlie. She's the little gray pony. She was awesome. I miss her so much. She was so all around, like, on the right day, which sounds rude, but she loved dressage so much. She was so good at dressage. She also just had so much, like, heart with jumping that was awesome. Cross country wasn't our strength, but that's okay. It was fun. She was a good horse. What's the highest I've ever jumped? I think about 3.6, 3.7, something like that. I know I jumped 3.7 on Timby in like 8th grade. That was cross country. That was just like one so. And then Penelope, I jumped her over some decent stuff through some grids this summer. What are my plans for the future? So many, but also so much is up in the air at the same time. Obviously, I'm a senior in high school. I've applied to 7 colleges. We will see where I end up. Right now, I either want to study aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, and then go get a master's in aerospace. Physics and astronomy, like as one, or just physics. I wouldn't do just astronomy, because I like the math and the numbers and all that jazz. Or computer science. So at Kentucky, I would be double majoring in physics and astronomy and mechanical engineering, getting a certificate in aerospace. At Princeton, I applied to double major in Princeton, I applied to double major in aerospace engineering and mechanical engineering with a minor in engineering physics. At High Point, I applied to do physics with a minor in computer science. At TCU, in 5 years, I could do major in aerospace engineering, or double major in aerospace engineering and astronomy and physics with a minor in computer science. At Stanford, I applied to their aerospace and aeronautical school with a minor in artificial intelligence or something like that. I don't even remember. So many different things. Either way, like I said, 7 schools, all kind of in the same realm, just depends on where I end up, all that jazz. Of course, I'm going to keep riding Penelope. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with her. Depends on where I go to school, and what my mom is thinking with her. My mom is either going to keep Penelope for herself, and then I'm going to come back in the summer and show her, or this is going to be your last summer together, which makes me really sad, but it's going to be a good one. Either way, I'm going to kind of treat the summer like as her last, just in case things happen, because you never know. Yeah. how many times a week do I ride? In the summer, I ride 6 days a week, and will probably ride between 6 and 9 or 10 times, depending on if I'm riding other horses, because most of the time I am. In the winter, I ride about 4 times a week. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I joined the dance team, as you guys know. Yeah, that was good. So many of these are repetitive. Don't want to continue riding in college? Of course I do. Every single school I applied to has at least a hunt seat equitation program. Some of them have dressage, some of them have eventing, and a couple of them, like Stanford's hunt seat team, says that they show from walk, trot, all the way up to the 3-6 jumpers. So that'd be cool. You can tell how old this is because someone said, what's on your Christmas list? I asked for an Apple Watch and a burgundy show coat. I got an Apple Watch, which was cool, and looks like your girl's gonna have to save up for a burgundy show coat. I also really need a new helmet, so if anybody has like discounts or something. The casks are beautiful. Also really love Sam Shields. My Charles Owen I really like. Might want to get another one of those, but I've had the same helmet for about 5.5 years, which is terrible. Like, terrible. Totally bad pony clever. So don't listen to Madison. Don't do that. I mean, I have a skull cap, but I don't, you're not really supposed to, I mean, there aren't really rules. I don't really want to wear a skull cap in dressage, so we'll see about that. And also I'm kind of, this summer, I'm going to focus a lot more on the jumper world. Penelope and I are going to be going to some rated jumper shows, which I'm so excited about, which is like half the reason I want a burgundy show coat. That was one of my biggest, that was on like my bucket list last summer, was to go to a rated jumper show. It just didn't end up happening, but it will this year, I promise. Okay guys, my camera just cut out, and I think that's just a sign from God that I need to get in the shower and go to bed because I have school in like 8 hours. So there's that, but I guess more like 9. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you want me to do another one or just some more updates, things like that, I would love to. Also, please leave me your video suggestions down in the comments below. I always love having input on what to film and what you guys want to see from me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. Peace out, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!